Good day, everyone, and welcome to the Carousing Tavern, where everything always goes perfectly fine, as per usual. Today, we have in the planning to play some Sunless Sea. A good member of the community, Mr. Worst, has been asking this of me since I started... I think since I started Dishonored, so that has been quite some time ago. In the meantime, Crispy Fry, have a nice dinner. I will see you soon. Take your time, man, take your time. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. Welcome, everybody. Tonight, I hope that you love some horror stories and some Lovecraft and mostly existential crises and basically just feeling bad about the universe in itself and cosmic horror and all those kind of things, because that's basically what we'll be doing tonight. For everyone who wasn't here this midday, I will give you an update. That update is I am sick once more. So I've brought my coffee, and in such coffee I have put honey, and I do so hope that my throat will live through all of this. But we shall see. For now, everybody who came in with the raid and who's still here, welcome. I do hope you're gonna enjoy what we're doing today, and otherwise, well, maybe you like what we're doing now today. I'm very open with that. So, for those who don't know, Sunless Sea is a game where you are stuck in what I believe is an underground sea, filled with weird, watery demons and everything. And we are a captain going out upon the sea, because without going out, there's no money for us to earn. The sea, however, is filled with horrors unbeknownst to man, and we are going to find them all, or die trying. Mostly that second one. But sometimes that first one. But a lot of that second one. It's one of those games where you die and then start over again. It is a bit of a chill stream for everyone, because I'll mainly be reading the journal, so to say, because that's where almost all the information comes from. And we'll all get to immerse ourselves within the deep atmosphere of such a game. If you're someone who is a bit more interested in high-action games and Overwatch and skill plays and all those kind of things, I advise you to return upon another day when we do something a bit more actiony, for this shall not be it. But if you wish to have a cool evening, sit down, relax, and listen to me talk for probably the next coming few hours, you are more than welcome to join us. And thank you very much, Cage, for your contribution. And also thank you for your host, since apparently that didn't pop up. But now we know, because you got the other pop-up. So, I am going to start set game. How about we switch over to a certain screen that shows us everything. I'm also trying to get a little bit in the mood with my cool green little lights. Wolfie, also thank you for the host. Welcome everyone to the tavern. As I said before, how about we start? And thank you. For everyone that properly wants to see my hair, let me quickly turn this on. There we go, that should make it a bit easier. The blue hair! It is a thing! My hair is as blue as the sea! Unless you're playing Sunless Sea, where the sea is mostly green, because how else would you portray cosmic horror? Let's turn back here. How about I up this volume a little bit so you can actually hear what's going on? You don't hear the notifications? Well, it could have been because my desktop audio was low. Let me switch over. Hello? Oh, yes. Yes, there we go. So, as might have been heard before, I'm a bit sick, so sorry if suddenly the mic goes off, because then I probably either need to cough like crazy, or I'm having these sniffles once more, and I'm taking care of that then. But otherwise, I'll be here for your pleasure. Do you hear them now, Cage? And thank you for those 2 extra biddies for the gems, not biddies, gems. So, Captain's Making. 3 decades ago, in the reign of Victoria, London was stolen by bats. Now it lies a mile below the surface. It was dreadfully inconvenient for everyone, but it opened a vast black ocean to you. Welcome to the Untersea. I get to choose both my past and a past reefed in shadows, which I can decide later. So let's decide who we are. I can't click anything? Okay. You now lodge in a room above the blind helmsman. Who were you? Now you're a captain. Now you belong to the Untersea. But who were you before? Were we... Guess chat, you get to choose with me as we go through this story. Were we a street urchin? Your urchin gang cast you out when you grew too tall. You took to the sea rather than graduate to larger crimes. The last big score was enough to buy a ship. Were we a poet? Educated and articulate, you seek sensation at the sea. How lucky you had a legacy to spend. Your long-finished father had a rich patron, it seems. Were we a veteran of the campaign of '68? You fought the invasion of hell. London's armies lost, but you survived. Your loot and your pension have bought you a command. Were we an ordained priest? You fell from grace. There's nothing left ashore for you. An anonymous benefactor has found his way out for you. Perhaps at Z, you can overcome your appetites. Or were we a natural philosopher? Your peculiar theories on time, blood and starlight brought you down to the knee. The cavern where London lies, and now take you out to sea. I mean, there's loot in there. Let's be honest here. By the way, I am terribly sorry if from time to time the screen goes to black. I couldn't... This game, for some reason, I couldn't affix it to be, whatchamacallit? Windowed full screen. It constantly kept bugging out when I did that, so I'll have to play normal full screen. So if I click out of the game, you might from time to time see a black screen. I'm terribly sorry, I will try and prevent it, but hey. So from what I can see now, with 3 options ahead of us, we have street urchin, we have the veteran of the campaign of '68, or a philosopher. Now, everyone in chat, what is it gonna be? One of those 3, let me know. In the meantime, I will take care of... Let me actually switch over to the right one. There we go. Well, Mr. Worst, it seems like the other 2 are not gonna make a choice, so I think you're gonna be the one to make the choice here. Tell us, Mr. Worst, what are we gonna be? And I guess you've earned the honor, so to say, since you were the one to suggest this game to us to begin with. I have no idea, by the way, what any of these stats mean anymore. This has been so long. Let's see, you have iron. Iron is the power to destroy. This increases our damage. We have mirrors. This is detection and perception. The higher your mirrors, the quicker you can find a firing solution in combat. We have veils. Speed, stealth, and deception. Decrease the range at which enemies will spot you. We have pages. An esoteric and occasionally practical knowledge. This increases the speed at which you cover fragments to secrets. And we have hearts, which inspire, heal, and defend, which sometimes can help us with tests around terror. Oh, I don't know what happened here. Oh, wow. Did I put the game capture on the wrong one? LOL. Let me go fix it while I get an answer from Mr. Worst. La 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 la. Game capture. Game capture. Game capture. Game capture. Transition to that. Which is still a beautiful black screen, I know. But we'll take care of it. And then in creative, I wish to remove the game capture and open up the normal display. There we go, I fixed it. Oh, I'm clicking things I shouldn't click. Can we close this? Thank you. Then I shall be true to myself and play the one with the loot. This will give you... With a loot? I guess I'm a bard now. This will give you a bonus to iron, the skill of causing direct damage. We go for that. And Cage. Wolfie is only a mod. Cause she managed to win her mod position. But I don't even know anymore what kind of bet we had going on, but something at least that you win your mod position. Hence why you have it. Let's see. We are stern and exacting. They will not trifle with you. You promised a job to your acquaintance, the shady cook. He'll do until you find someone less disgusting. Talk to him to find out why he went to Zee. I don't know how to pronounce that because I want to pronounce it the Dutch way, but the Dutch way doesn't... Let's see. You were a wary soldier, now you're a Zee captain. You're a stranger, quality is gone. Welcome to the world. You have gained 20 echo for a total of 70. You have gained 25 iron for a new total of 50. You now have 1 times a shady cook. And someone is looking for passage. Shady cook. I will talk with him later. Yeah. Let's see. I mean, it makes sense that the veteran is better at fighting, right? Can you guys, by the way, hear the audio from the game? Just making sure, because otherwise it would be a bit weird to have just silence in my voice. Now, what does winning mean to you? Your father's bones. Your father was lost at Zee. You never knew him, but you've often dreamed of him. Find and return his remains to London for a decent burial. Fulfillment. Gather 100 tales. Learn all you can of the Zee. Write a masterpiece and then retire. Wealth. You know how it is to be poor. Now you want a mansion, servants, fine clothes, a family, perhaps. A private kingdom. Establish a colony where you are absolute ruler. A utopia. Perhaps. Perhaps. But I can't choose that one. I think I'm going to go for wealth, because... LOOT! I'm gonna do a thing. What does it sound like when I talk now? Does it have a bit of a more eerie ring to it? Because we can keep this up if it's not too annoying. Beyond the dreams, the Undersea is full of riches, death and darkness too. But it's worth the gamble. To win, gather a substantial retirement fund, upgrade your lodgings to a mansion, and retire. Is it too echoey? I guess I can turn it off. I know, Cage, but that's not the point here. Captain! An irregularity with the Harbour Master's office. They wish to know what term of address do you prefer ashore? Am I called Madam? More the Captain's Tuesdays than you might expect. Am I called Sir, Citizen, My Lord, My Lady, or Captain? I will go for Captain. For I am the Captain! Captain it is! The last piece of advice. If people think it sounds cool, I'll keep it. Take chances. This captain will probably die. The Z is hungry, but each captain passes on lessons to the next. An occurrence. Your actress as quality is now captain. What I can do is I can lower the volume of the echoes a little bit so it's less overbearing. There we go. That should make it better. Girl! So, I think this has to be us. There's no other way out. Oh wait, no. We always walk around like this, guys. Obviously. Wait. It's 3, 6, 7. 7 times 3, that's 21. Cage, roll me a D21. We all know it can be done, for I improved upon our dicing system. I now have dice of every type. And we shall obviously be called Zev. 15, cool. So we have 7, 14, 15. We are... well, we are a captain. Let's see. Fallen London. Deep, dark, and marvelous. All voyages start here. And this is where successful voyages end. Advice for captains. London, your logics, and a passenger. The much lamented M. de Meaux found a watery grave long, long ago. Probably your end will be no better. But if you read this book of invaluable advice, your chances will improve. On endings and beginnings. Captains often die. This is not the end. When you die, you learn lessons which will help you survive next time. Beware, the layout of the undersea changes with each new captain. But home waters are stable, and islands will only move so far. On exploration. Exploration is the heart of the game. Risks bring reward. Staying close to London is safe, but eventually you run out of fuel and supplies. Exploring and playing port stories will allow you to find secrets and echoes. Unforgiving mode is how the game is meant to play it. One autosave updated whenever you reach port and wiped upon death. If you're getting frustrated, or want a more leisurely exploration, you can switch to merciful mode. I am way too strong for your mercy. Ha! On machines, your prow lamp dispels darkness, reduces terror increase, and allows you to find Z marks. Your engines, of course, drive the ship forward into the night. On finding places to explore, use your Z-Bat Scout. Technically, it's a chiropteroscope, but we're among friends here. When your enemies in the arc of your guns, you'll see the firing solution. The glow around the fire buttons increases. When it's complete, let them have it. You can fire earlier if you like, but may miss. Larger ships may have access to different gun slots. When you put into port, you can generally explore and exhaust the story options until your next visit. Upon terror. Terror increases gradually over time while you're out at sea, away from land. Watch the skull. When you see orange or red pips, terror will bump up if you spend much longer in the frightening place. Many events will increase it too. We'll add new stories to the game from time to time. You can download them from the main menu. And you can sell this book. You're a veteran captain and require no more advice. Very well then. Call London. It's the greatest city on the undersea. And don't you forget it. Visit the Admiralties? Yes. Visit the Admiralty Survey Office. They'll pay for the information from Z captains. Find out what and how. Visit the university. The university has an inexhaustible appetite for secrets. These specimens and other tidbits of esoteric lore. Esoteric. Provide a secret to prove yourself worthy of entry. Carouse in the Wolfstack docks. There's no danger here, so try and enjoy yourself. Hire on more crew. Sensible sailors are looking for a safe run to the tomb colonies. Or at least a sane run to the southern archipelago. You'll need to buy drinks, spread around hiring fees, look for daredevils. Put your ship in a dry dock, for repairs or sometimes for other purposes. Offer passage to a tomb colonist. An emigrant will pay to be taken north to Fender Bridge. And a new recruit who awaits your attention. I can read the morning papers here, visit my study, rest in a room above the blind houseman. I'm just going to get through these because there's so much. Purchase an elegant house town, considering retirement from seafaring life, and back to the rest of the city. Let's read the morning papers. The Echo Bazaar, that enigmatic marketplace, has increased attacks on love stories. The traitor Empress has forbidden singing in the streets outside of her palace. The anarchists of the Calendar Council have inexplicably dynamited a drinking fountain. The Ministry of Public Decency has located and destroyed a nest of gallbladder wasps. Well, I don't know. There should be a maximum on it. It's something that I can look upon, but yeah. Let's see, what more do we have? Someone on the dock wants to become a passenger. Agree to visit the unsettled salvager, the Fenderbride. She visits Wolfstack every day in Z-stained rags, begging for passage. No captain will look her in the eye. So obviously, we shall take her! Aha! Welcome aboard. She embraces you. I'd kiss you, but my beloved is prone to jealousy. We were parted, but the ancient captains at Fenderbride will know where she is. Let's see. Oh boy! Oh boy! A lot happened! Shops! Here you can buy fuel, supplies, ship, equipment, and trade goods. Shops are displayed on the left. Click on one to see its wares. Ah, yes. How much fuel do we have? Where do we see this? Hold! We have 10 fuel and 5 supplies. We probably want a bit more fuel. We have some money, right? Your journal. Objectives and story progress are added to the right-hand side. Mouse over an icon or click on the category heading to see details. Left-click and drag to assign officers to, or right-click and speak to them. Assigned officers give ability bonuses. We're gonna talk with our cook soon. I'm just gonna buy some more fuel for now. Why? There's nothing to say here! The hell? I have 15 now. Let's get a few more supplies and then I'm out of money. Oh! Well, no, there's also, to keep in mind, there's a minute cooldown, or a few minutes cooldown, I believe, per thing, but there's also 2d6, well, no, actually, there's 2d and 3d for multiple dices if you want them. I don't think I have the money for anything else, which is fine. Because I think sometime soon we're just gonna have to move along and get onto the sea. This is all fine. Oh yeah, so we're gonna talk with our cook. Speak to. What, Sharon? He might say more, but a coughing fit takes him. Eventually he straightens up and wipes his mouth, slowly with his forearm. The Shady Cook is not the most hygienic of offices, but he'll do until you find someone better. Increase your hearts. Spend a secret, improve your hearts, but no higher than 50. Or ask him what he wants from life. Why did the Shady Cook go to sea? He looks you directly in the eyes. Sally! He repeats it more slowly. Sunless! He licks his lips very slowly. Eventually, you'll have to look away. The Sea of Lilies is somewhere in the east central Untersea. I really don't know if I should pronounce these things German or Dutch or whatever. Give me 1 second, guys. I have returned. I shall keep in mind to not shout while the echoes are on. Let's see. We shall move. We have everything here. Now, one thing I'm going to do, since I have no idea how this works, is I'm going to look at options and key bindings. Forward, backward, left, right, chart. Guess it's here, transform ship, Z-band, lights. God, Jesus, there's so much. Let's launch. Use the WASD movement, tap W twice to reach max speed, tap S to slow down or reverse, and use the A keys to steer. There we go. We are out, my friends. We are moving along and exploring. Let's see if there's something interesting over here. Can I talk with you? Can I do anything with you? Oh, this is a dockable place. There we go. Lightship, far from home. Advice for captains. This is already read that, right? Yes. No. Whoop. Go back. It is clear, bright beam warms the way. Speak to the crew. Deep beneath the light, in the bleaching glare of the lens, among the smells of oil and metal, you sip tea and chat. The Z's terror the seas. You've lost one recent news, and I have a total of 0. But I have now one Z's story. It's hard to say all these Z's. I actually, I noticed that now too. Wait, give me a second. What I can do... Let me get this fixed. I am terribly sorry. Oh, that is the wrong flip. I am not upside down, at least not yet. Here we go, put you there. And then we'll grab you. And transform. Boop. There we go. Fixed! That was from the game. And I believe I have done everything I can do here, unless I want to buy something, but I don't have actual money yet anyway. So, up, there we go. We're gonna launch away. There's actually something over there. Mutton Island. I can't do much about the upper part unless we're gonna switch over to the creative layout. Hello? Game? Can we continue? Ah, there we go. Oh! We're in a fight! We can fight! God damn it! Stop making such damn quick movements. No! Grr. This is how exciting fighting is gonna be. Just letting you know. I'll fix the music after this. Stop hitting me! Almost got it down. No! I am strong. Okay. Now we can keep on going. While I'm at it, real quick. That should be better for the volume, I think. There we go. That was a giant-ass jellyfish. You've got an opponent. The red arc shows the range of your deck gun. Keep the enemy in range, while your crew works out a firing solution. This will happen faster if you keep the enemy within your prow lights. The deck gun will be highlighted as your crew makes progress towards a firing solution. Cool. You receive fragments when you discover new places. At a short time, a lamp icon will appear above the logbook. This means that opportunities await you at the next port. Hull damage, claiming your prize. Congratulations, you've defeated your opponent. Move to the side of their demise to salvage something. Did I do that? I don't think I did that. Ports. Cool. Close all of these. And I'm going to launch. Because I forgot to pick up my loot. My loot. Please bring me my loot. I need it. A Gillifleur's end. The Gillifleur. Is it a young jellyfish? A lesser subspecies. Do the dreams of jellyfish become real? In any case, now it's a sad slick of goo dissolving into the sea. Scoop it up. Perhaps you can eat it. Better yet, perhaps your sailors can. Or let it disperse. Watch its oil rainbow colors fade. This gives me shit, this gives me food. I'm gonna go for this one. I'm not playing that for as far as I know, Mr. West. A face. From above, the Gillifleur's cap does look a little like a woman's face. She dissolves like a smeared paint. Now, we can return. See. Ah, that's where the thing went. Now, what is this? Is there anything new? No, I don't think so. Shush. But yeah, no, I don't have a Submariner yet, at least. I do believe I own everything for this game, but I'm not entirely certain. Abbey Rock, a black spit of an island, far from anywhere anyone would want to go. And that's how the Sisterhood likes it. Here stands their fortress Covent. There are bear traps that look friendlier than this. Trade supplies. Resources are limited at Bleak Rock. The Sisterhood will pay a fair price for supplies. Not a good price, mind. 20 echoes to be precise. I can sell some, I guess. How much did it cost me to buy them? I forgot already. Compile a port report. It is unlikely to be eventful. Knock at the iron-studded gates, although you have no recent news. Watch the convent. Wait a while and see. Gives me a story, cool. Offer a gift, which I do not have, or search the surroundings. You can't be the first to come here. I will search the surroundings. A map, a mask, the face beneath. Someone died here, far from home. Long enough ago that their flesh is gone. A villager by the look of their frog mask. The mask will be worth a bit. The skull would look good on a mantelpiece. And what's this map? Once per game, something pleasant will happen. This is that time, I think, and now I lost it. You now have one outlandish artifact. You have one lamentable relic. I have one revelatory chart. And I have 5 wary I have 5 minus wary X times terror? Or something. Whatever. Continue. Oh, perhaps not. Since nobody kicked me out yet, how about I'll compile a port report? As always, nothing is happening. The sisters watch us, we feel their eyes. The sea crashes on the rocks, withdraws. The fortress stands solid. At the last year of a century, the greatest peril you risk here is a certain purpleness of prose. How about we watch that convent? Dangerous training. Like a huge and deadly herons, the sisters stalk along the very tops of the walls. You watch through a spyglass as they leap and whirl, slashing at each other with a variety of frightening weapons. God, one of them just turned a somersault. You've gained 5 times fragments. Let's get some echoes and then get the hell out of Dodge. Time to go! Done enough here. Now somewhere up north, according to... Wait, no. Oh, that's the gazetteer. I thought it was my map. This is the map. There we go. So somewhere here up north, my thingy found something, so let's check that out. Let me quickly go through the settings to see if there's an option to get some more music. No. It is just from time to time you might hear a little bit of music and that's it. I've discovered Field Haven in the Stone Isles. I can't even dock here, I think? Oh, I can. I think I'll go back to Field Haven sometime later. There's it's a long way around that I don't feel like doing right now. Actually, I'm gonna go around anyway because I was gonna check out that thing. Let's send the Z-Bat out while I'm at it. I have repaired something, apparently. What? Home. Warmly lit windows accompany peace. Thoughts of home come at the strangest times. Can I... dock here? No. Apparently it doesn't allow me to dock here. Let me try and dock at the Shepherd Isles, I guess. Oh, echoes just make me think of Bloodborne, basically. Blood echoes and everything.
Shepherd Isles, course. The Baron watchman tells you. There are no actual shepherds on Shepherd's Isle. Sheep are mostly illegal here. Oh, indeed. Just the name of a gentleman that found the islands.
David, sitting in the village square, nods solemnly.
No sheep, one says, but plenty of tails. Ask as anything.
A picnic at the Standing Stones. The bearded villagers will sell you mutton, stew and kefir, and stone bottles of cold fresh spring water, and row you over to the stones. There's a story here, get some echoes, and I will get a terror from that. Tales of the Standing Stones. The bearded villagers are happy to talk about the local sites. Well, sight. Tale of 3 graves. I don't know how many of these I can unlock at once. Let's do this one first.
In the bleak light of the false stars, servers roiling like a porridge pot, with a roar of steam and flash of fire. 3 windows swimming. Tentacles. And then we saw His Highness.
There is rather a lot of this material. Let's picnic.
A peaceful afternoon. Your sailors watch the fireflies shimmer, swap shanties, pass around to grog and shy stones at more empirically inclined seabats. Grass is not in the breeze across the dark water, and the lights of Abbey Rock glow watchfully. I've lost 3 terror. I'm now at a total of 3 minus, which is counted as wary, I guess. I've lost 5 echoes, and that is all for now. And there's nothing else. Cool. Nope, that's everything. They don't have anything to speak to? Nah. I think there's nothing here for me to do for the most part, so let's move on. Let's launch away and explore some more. Perhaps some loot we shall find. Oh, that is an actual pirate. Keeping you in sight. Yes. Your loot will be mine. You destroyed a pirate steam pinnacle. His ship is yours. What will you do with her? Loot and scuttle her. She's a vile old vessel, and these Z's aren't safe. Take what you can and move on. Lean pickings. These pinnacles don't sail far from their hidden harbors. But there's something at the back of the hold. You have finished opening a cache of curiosities. A bolt of fabric. Shake out a light. Let it glimmer in the light. Parabola is the serpent placed behind mirrors. Or someone made that up. But in that case, where do they weave this sleek and ambery glimmering cloth? You have finished opening a cache of curiosities. You have now 1 times a bale of parabola linen. Cool. Where's my coffee? There's my coffee. There's nothing to fight right now anyway. I need that sweet ass honey. At some point I'm gonna need to find a place that has fuel or I'm gonna be severely fucked. Wait. Creeping tendrils of fungus seaweed, nimble flora, we enter the snares. Blue lightnings crawl leisurely up the funnel. St. Erasmus dancing. Cries go out. My food is... well, I have 0 supplies, but the hunger is at 64, so I can keep on going. And my fuel is at 8. Wait, let me check something real quick. Once I got past the labyrinth of eels. I see a beast. I do not wish to meet such beast. Stay away from me, beast. I have no time for your games. No. No. No crab. No. I'm just gonna jet fuel out of here real quick.
The air trembles. A breath of change passes.
Now, sadly I can't keep it running like this, but I'm going to real quickly do something here. Actually, I think I can. What I'm gonna do, I'm gonna go here, I'm gonna go game capture, an existing game capture, okay, down below, and transition, turn it off, go back to the game. Woo! I'm amazing! And that's when everything went to shit.
Desperate measures. Seaman McFadzean hanged herself. She's been laid out down below. Shall we? I mean, her funeral? Your bosun's face is furtive. Arrange for the funeral. It may be that the bosun is hinting at the solution to your supplies problem. But if so, you'll have none of it.
So someone died, and now the question is if we're gonna use it for food, because we are severely starving, which is a good point.
I take it, by the way, that this is a lot better when it comes to showing everything that we need to. The only thing you can't see is basically my crew.
The thing, basically the place where my icon is where my face is now, so I guess this works pretty well. You just can't properly see the logbook right now. But hey, I'll just read that out. I am going to be a
bad person. You announce the unexpected rediscovery of a lost barrel of salt pork. Muted cheers greet the announcement. That afternoon, your sailors tuck into the meager rations of meaty broth in their silence. No one asks about Seaman McFadzean. You've gained 10 terror. I've lost 25 hunger. You've lost 1 crew. And you now have 1 menace, uncountably peckish.
Oops. It's fighting time. Miss me! Shit, you hit me. There we go. I do hope that you like the overlay a bit more like this, because you are capable of seeing a bit more.
Spider silk. You can find spider silk in London. Of course, there are troubles there with sorrow spider infestation, like anywhere near the Neath. But for the real quality, you need to go east, to the Kanate, or to the fang-brittling fastness of Savior Rocks.
Have I been here before? Let me check. Wolves Rift. Oh, I'm there now. I need to find my way back because soon I will be in a position where I really need food and fuel. Let's see if they have some food actually over here.
Fear heaven, please!
Serve me!
I need the food!
Your crew groans with hunger. Your crew needs provisions. You can all tighten your belts, but bad things will begin to happen. This card will remain available as long as hunger is over 50. Do not let hunger reach 100. Which, for everyone, my hunger is 95 at the moment.
Oops!
Feast. You will not draw lots. You will pick one by hand. This option is only available to those who have already turned cannibal. I do believe, since I am here, in the Shepherd's Isles, shops. Damn it! I need supplies. I shouldn't have sold my supplies. Why can't I not sell anything? I need food. I have so much stuff. I have parabolin, I have spider silk. I have everything. I think my people might die within the first trip out. Whoopsie. Let's see, a picnic at the standing stones. That will lower my hunger, that will be nice, but let's go for something else this time. Tales of Thornwell Croft. What about that isle to the north? The one that isn't bridged? The wrong kind of people. The ones that farm up there. They're us. Me and you. All the other versions of us. One with a trig leg. One that married his cousin. One that was buried alive. Characters out of another history. They're waiting up there and plotting, gathering allies, waiting to make their history ours. So don't go there. You won't find them anyways. Beings that hide in the barn. Nice. Yeah, Mr. West, I and Cage as well. There's something that I indeed got back in my mind from the few times that I played this already before. It's like, oh wait, you're not supposed to go too far. You're supposed to go out and go back, sell a bunch of shit, then go out again and keep on doing that instead of just
Go out and explore!
that is the bad way to play this. Whoops. Well, that is locked, so perhaps not. I think I might have to kill some of my crew. 'Cause there's nothing else. All of them are locked. So... And we can't... I don't even know what happens when it goes to 100, but I'm already on 95, so I'm not gonna make it back without this. Well... Feast, my friends! Appetite satiated, satisfied. You and your cannibal acolytes have selected your next victim. Behind closed doors you wait, watch and strike. You are merciful. Your knives are sharp, and the rest of the crew will benefit from a nourishing, anonymous stew. Perhaps they know nothing. Perhaps they don't want to know. Well, we're doing great, guys. Cage, you most certainly can quote your own channel, hence why we take part of the flesh, so to say. We make sure that we survive. Because I should not die. Now in the meantime, let's see how this is going. Abbey Rock will not have enough for me. I need to basically try and make the quickest way back. Let's get in here before terror rises again. And wait for a little bit. For those of you who cannot see this, because it's a bit tricky, you see this little skull thing here? There's these green dots around it. As long as you're in the dark, you'll acquire new dots, and they'll be yellow. There are distant bells again. Once all of them are filled, your terror rises again. Once you're at the light, it's kind of a bit like... what should I call it? What was the game again? Amnesia? In that way? The crawling stars. The lookouts shout. Far above, the false stars in the cabin roof are shifting. A rare and ominous event. What now? Eyes on the deck. Forbid them to look. You can't really stop them. Or you can at least discourage discussion. They won't like it, but it's safer. Or record the change and assign a name. If the new shape seems well ominous. Your crew may be cheered. Who knows? It's a matter of luck. It could go either way. Your luck quality gives you a 50% chance of success. So obviously we should try it! The alarming pig. Pigs, one sailor sighs. It's always pigs. What's wrong with pigs? The boatswain shakes a solemn head. Never ask about pigs at sea, he insists. We were unlucky. Better luck next time. I'm getting so much terror. Let's keep checking stuff around here. It's probably nothing new, but hey, it's fine. Hunter's Keep is somewhere in the distance to the north.
Guys! We made it home!
We live! 4 fuel and a lot of hunger. But we made it nonetheless. Back to fallen London. Home. Warmly lit windows. Company. Peace. Thoughts of homes return as the docks are around us. Returning to London. The lights of London welcome you home. This storylight only appears when you've been at sea for a little while. Collecting messages from the harbour master. All the clatter and song of the dockside. It soothes the soul. Are there messages for you? Go! Collecting messages from the harbour master. Let's see. Something has changed in the Neath. I have so many stories all of a sudden. Someone wants to sign on. You have one of this. Another day, a free evening. The Rose Market's puzzles on Rose's Wharf. Who will be there today? A little gift. A very fine evening to you, Captain. My, what you call, mentor is very fond of adventurous sea captains and would like to offer you what might be a dispensation on account of he is so fond of sea captains. Behind the blind bruiser on the dock stands a dray piled high with fuel and supplies. Accept the dispensation. Do make sure you have 15 points of space in the hold, or come back later. It will be embarrassing to have to leave it on the dock. Inquire further. Who is this patron? Is there a catch?
or refuse. It's too good to be true. What do we say? Does this seem intriguing to all of us to take on this task? Would we inquire for more information, or do we refuse it since it is too good to be true? An airy wave. He runs a very fine and very liberal establishment just across the river, but is much patronized by sailors and men of wit and vinegar. A public house, and there's no obligation to speak of. My patron would hope only that you might remember him kindly, and I suppose that if the opportunity should arise for you to return his kindness, then I do not imagine he would refuse your offer. You know what? I think we need it. I'll just accept the dispensation and take care of whatever comes afterwards. A courteous nod. Well, my patron hopes that you find these little gifts to your liking, and he expects that perhaps someday you might choose to call on him at Medusa's head. Should a day come, we will make you very welcome, and give you any safe conduct that you might require. Good evening to you. I have gained 10 fuel. Hell yeah. I have now 5 supplies, and I've accepted the proposal. And I have now another new menace. Suspicion. Suspicion? Oh, you rapscallion, is to increase as you conduct criminal activities or have contact with rough swords. The higher your suspicion, the more fiercely the excise will search your ship. Very well. What more is there? Consider a specialist surgeon. He is staying at a respectable boarding house near the docks and has made it known that she's available for work. I specialize in amputations. Well, that's great. Now we can eat the arms of people without having to kill them. It is easy to acquire unwanted appendages, it seems. Our talents could be well employed on your vessel. Oh, I need more echoes. Well, perhaps not. Rose's Wharf. The Rose Market caters to collectors and eccentrics, anyone with exotic tastes, and the gumption to harass sea captains. According to the archaic rules of the market, you can only make 1 trade per visit, so choose wisely. Let's see. Escort some interested acquaintances to the Rose Market. I hope to make a satisfying trade. Sure. Puppets play press uninterrupted. Personal collections grow. Words written in fogged mirrors are hastily wiped away. The exotic exchanges pollinate dreams. The veteran Privy Councillor is seeking an outlandish artifact. He is surveying curios from distant ports. The palace servants in muted slippers. Well, I have an outlandish artifact. Let's go! The veteran Privy Councillor holds a mirror behind the artifact and examines the reflection.
Yes, inferior to London workmanship, obviously, but it will make an acceptable conversation piece nevertheless.
He snaps his finger at servant.
Pay the captain.
Thank you, Mr. Morris, and welcome to the stream. You're always welcome to come by another day when we play, like I said, a bit more action-heavy games. I've gained 150 echoes. Oh, cool! Now I can get the specialist. Yes!
Welcome aboard. She comes with a bag full of knives and her own personal sharpening stone. Don't touch these. Don't let anyone else touch them.
Appoint your new officer by dragging her from the officer's tab to a slot at the bottom of the screen. Do this in port, not at sea, or you may unsettle your crew. Officers! Surgeon! Ha-ha! Sorry about that. At least I managed to mute myself on time. Mr. Ware's quests are supposed to cost 50, and if you wish to put in your own quest, which you can do by redeeming it in the overlay, they, I believe, are... Actually, let me check just to be sure so that I don't fuck this up. Overlays and loyalty. Rewards. You can get a custom welcome message for 750 gold. And you can create your own quest for 500. So if for some reason you would ever wish to have one of these, now you know what you can spend your golden grizzlies on. Let's see. Your lodgings. Here you may catch up with your correspondence, rest or retire altogether from seafaring life. That is not how it works, Cage. Do you want to give Mr. Worth some money? Because I can work it out for you. Let me put some music in the background because this is getting me too silent. The transfer command can only be done by mods. Gold transfer. Now, if I do this correctly, it should be Cage first. Then Mr. Worst, and then 50.